Well, folks, turns out that Disney scrapped the UK premiere for Snow White because they fear the backlash. To avoid anti-woke backlash to the controversial adaptation. So let's get into this. This is from Daily Mail. The UK canceled their premiere, by the way, folks. Not the US. I mean, wow. Just gotta say, this is nuts. But let's get into it. By the way, if you like my channel, if you want to support my channel, all it takes is hitting that like button on the videos and hitting the subscribe button, sharing the content. That's basically what drives the algorithm up more to get my channel noticed. If you want to support the channel, that's how you do it. I ain't in it for the money. So, let's get into this, folks. As one of the most anticipated and expensive films of the year, anticipated my ass, it would only be right for Disney to roll out the red carpet for the forthcoming Snow White. But the Mail, can reveal bosses are refusing to hold a star-studded premiere in the UK for the movie over its fears of backlash over woking it up. Despite the release not being until later this month, the film has already been lambasted for having Snow White played by Latin actress Rachel Zegler and not including the seven dwarves in the title. That is not. Well, partially is, but it's because of what the actress did, not how she looks, folks. Just to freaking clarify that. What would usually be a big Leicester Square event full of lights and cameras for a $212 million live-action remake of the 1937 cartoon. Instead, there will be no celebration on British soil in an attempt to avoid anti-woke backlash. Instead, there will be a handful of tightly controlled press events. Oh. As an insider told Disney are already anticipating an anti-woke backlash against Snow White and have reduced the media schedule to just a handful of tightly controlled press events. So you're not going to be allowed to ask any controversial questions. You're not going to be able to ask any questions regarding any of the controversy. Disney is controlling the narrative for the events to make it look like it is going to be such a grand and unhated event. That's basically what they're doing, folks. That is why we have taken the highly unusual step not to host a London premiere for the film and are minimizing the amount of press questions that Rachel Zegler gets. Well, yeah, they're afraid she's going to say something stupid again. So, the decision comes after Snow White actress Rachel Zegler was labeled a walking PR disaster for Disney, having made controversial comments about her role. In 2022, she called the original film dated, critiqued the elements like Snow White's relationship with Prince Charming as a guy who literally stalks her, as well as calling the film weird. An earlier interview saw Rachel Zegler criticizing Disney's problematic portrayal of princesses and women in positions of power while noting how the film scared her as a child, also added fuel to the fire. Beyond her comments, Rachel Zegler's role as Snow White has met with further controversy in light of Disney's recent push for more culturally representative storytelling. Zegler, who is half Colombian, half Polish, was questioned as to why she was granted the role, or when Snow White is a character who hails from Germany. After being postponed for its 2024 release date due to the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike. No, you're not going to get the lie about that, folks. Sorry, you ain't lying about that. They freaking dropped it back a year to try to hope to minimize the backlash, except that Rachel Zegler couldn't keep her mouth shut. The SAG-AFTRA strike, yeah, she also opened her mouth there. If I have to spend hours a day to get into a Disney dress and whatnot. I deserve to be paid millions for every hour it is streamed online. Yeah, every hour it's streamed online. Yeah, that would make her a fucking billionaire in a week. That's horseshit. But anyway, yeah, they're trying to say it was due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. No, it wasn't due to the SAG-AFTRA strike, folks. SAG-AFTRA strike freaking didn't last that long. I mean, yeah, it lasted about 3 months, but no. They postponed it because they had to do research or reshoots with the 7 dwarves, those 7 really horrifying looking dwarves, and they also wanted to try to see if people would forget about it. Nope, they didn't. They didn't. So after being postponed when the first Snow White trailer dropped in December, it was quickly racked up more than 1 million dislikes, as it also revealed its overuse of CGI. It also already disenchanted David Hand, whose father worked on the cartoon, which won Walt Disney an honorary Oscar. Hand said that the duo would be turning in their graves as the original was made with good taste. Anti-Israel and pro-Palestine activists have called for a boycott. Yeah, that's because of the Free Palestine thing that Rachel Zegler did, as well as the people do not like Gal Gadot either, because Gal Gadot is the evil queen. However, she would have been a lot better as Snow White and Rachel Zegler, the evil queen, if you ask me, because, well, yeah. Over the movie, casting Israeli actress Gal Gadot as the evil queen. Gadot, who starred as Wonder Woman, has publicly advocated for Israel over the years. Meanwhile, Zegler promoted the film's new trailer with a Free Palestine tag. Yeah, that got the anti-Palestine movement boycotting the film as well. The premiere, however, take place on American soil with Miss Zegler, Miss Gadot, and Burnap, who plays Prince Charming, all expected. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, Snow White's UK premiere being scrapped is basically them trying to prevent any sort of major backlash, any sort of major shakeup, because there's been enough backlash that this movie is on course to an actual failure. The movie, folks, people don't want to watch the movie. People are saying, yeah, we'll wait for it to be streamed on Disney Plus. And that's another thing that Disney doesn't understand. Disney Plus, or they pushed their Disney Plus streaming service way too early. And nobody wanted to pay $30 for a movie that was going to Disney Plus instead of the theaters, so they decided to not watch movies, and movies started failing. And thank you. And yeah, it just shows that Rachel Zegler this is the cost of what you have done. You have showed hatred for the original. You have attacked people. What they don't say in the UK is that she also caused another major stir-up after the 2024 election. May Donald Trump and his supporters never know peace. You know, the over 78 million people that voted for Donald Trump during the election. Yeah. And then Disney gave her a scripted apology that she posted on her Instagram. She didn't come up with that apology. All you need to do to tell the difference is take a look at the grammar. Yeah, take a look at the grammar. And you will notice there's a very big difference between her reaction to the election and to that apology. It's as if two separate people wrote them. Yep. But yeah, I don't blame UK premiere. I mean, honestly, they have no choice but to release the movie. Disney does, that is, folks. They need to minimize as much of the loss as possible. But the problem is, the only people who are going to go are the moviegoers who are not paying attention to the backlash and stuff like that, or like I and many others have. Now, that's not as big of a number as many people seem to think. Because, yes, general audiences will go and watch movies and whatnot. But, unfortunately, Rachel Zegler has made herself so publicly shameful that even the general audience is speaking out against this. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of Disney scrapping the UK premiere? What are your thoughts on Rachel Zegler? What are your thoughts on Gal Gadot? What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know all of it, folks. Different opinions are welcome if you keep it civil. So, yep, this has been Orange Hat. You all have a wonderful day, and always remember, stay humble.